On the eve of India's last Super Fours match, which will be against Bangladesh tomorrow, there was a practice session. As has been the norm with the Indian team, there was a practice session, an optional practice session that took place today at the Premadasa Stadium in the Nets facility that they have over there. And there were 5 Indian players who came up for this practice session, the optional practice session. Who were these 5 players? There was Shardul Thakur, there was Ravindra Jadeja, there was Surya Kumar Yadav, there was Tilak Verma, and there was Shreyas Iyer. Shreyas Iyer, who could not take part in the match against Pakistan because of his back troubles. He complained of back spasms on Sunday. Remember, India was set to play against Pakistan on Sunday. That match couldn't happen because of rain, and then it happened on the following day, the reserve day for it. Shreyas Iyer could not take part in that particular match because he complained of back spasms, and a lot of question marks then rose as far as his fitness levels are concerned. But positive signs coming out from the Indian camp as far as Shreyas Iyer is concerned. He showed tremendous promise today. He really hit the nets hard today, one can say. And over the next couple of minutes, I'm going to be telling you details about today's practice session. What exactly was Shreyas Iyer doing in those 45 minutes that he spent at the nets today. There was in fact one of the longest batting sessions that we saw for any of the batters today. Shreyas Iyer, though, just for starters, did some drills to begin with. It was the trainer, the Indian team trainer Rajnikant, who was seen spending time with Shreyas Iyer. He helped him with some stretches to begin with. Then what did Shreyas Iyer do? After he was done with a bit of stretching and some training with the trainer Rajnikant, after that you saw Shreyas Iyer do some jogging for about 15 minutes. So 15 minutes of jogging. After that, we saw him do some sprinting as well. So there were some short sprints that Shreyas Iyer did. So after he was done warming up, then began at 10:55 a.m. approximately began Shreyas Iyer's batting session. It started at 10:55. It ended at 11:40. So you're looking at 45 minutes that the batter spent in the nets today. To begin with, it was just underarm throwdowns. That's how he sort of got into the groove. It was some underarm throwdowns that he started with, but later on there were net bowlers. There were not net bowlers bowling at him. He was then facing some throwdowns as well, and ultimately he was facing proper bowling as well and playing proper strokes as well. As you could see, he was showing no signs of disanger. He was dancing down the track, using his feet very well, looked very comfortable, no signs of discomfort, was playing all of his shots as well. Fast bowling as well, he looked comfortable against fast bowlers as well. So he could be seen sweating it out in the nets. 45 minutes for Shreyas Iyer. He played the spinners as well. Remember, there was Ravindra Jadeja, there was Tilak Verma, interestingly, in the session as well. In today's optional practice session, there was birthday boy Surya Kumar Yadav as well over there. But interestingly, Tilak Verma, there was some time spent with Tilak Verma as well, because you didn't just see him bat today, but the more eye-grabbing moment came when you saw him bowl at length to Ravindra Jadeja. Of course, you would understand why, because Ravindra Jadeja and of course the other Indian batters as well haven't really looked very comfortable against right-arm offspin. We saw what Asalanka did the other day, picking up 4 wickets against India. So Tilak Verma was seen rolling his arm over, and for a sustained period he bowled those off-spinners to Ravindra Jadeja in particular. But Shreyas Iyer had everyone's attention today at the Premadasa, because you could see him spending most of the time over there, and he looked in no discomfort. So if you're looking at Shreyas Iyer making a comeback, perhaps tomorrow could be that day, and you could look at resting one of the batters. Having said that, which batter would that be? We still don't know. What now though Team India will have to do is take into consideration the fact that Shreyas, if he is available, and looks like that he will be available for tomorrow's match, that we will have to wait and see who makes way for Shreyas Iyer tomorrow. Because remember, if it were not to be, if it wasn't for Shreyas Iyer's spasms, KL Rahul would not have played that match against Pakistan and got to that 100. That is what KL Rahul only said, that he got told after the practice, during the practice session, just an hour hour before India's match against Pakistan, he got told that he's going to be playing the match, and he of course made the opportunity count. But you're now looking at accommodating Shreyas Iyer at a time where your middle order has contributed of late. Now, how exactly you will slot him in that middle order, that is something we'll have to wait and watch. But proper 45 minutes of training Shreyas Iyer has done today at the Premadasa in Colombo, and it'll be interesting to see, since he's showing no signs of discomfort at the moment, if he is available, whether he makes it to the 11 or not, that we will have to wait and watch. So those are the details of India's practice session on the eve of their last Super 4 match. Whether or not this development with regards to Shreyas Iyer, whether it brings good news for him, whether he makes it to the 11 or not, that is something we will have to wait and watch. For now, those are all the details we could get for you as far as this optional training session is concerned. None of the big folks came, as we told you earlier in the video as well. In case you're joining us right now, do go back. We talked about Shreyas Iyer and what sort of a day did he spend. The major talking point or the biggest takeaway, let's say, being that Shreyas Iyer showed no signs of discomfort.